New at noon, Charlotte City Council will make a final decision on the budget in less than 2 weeks. But while our elected officials are coming up with a spending plan, WCNC Charlotte's Kia Murray shows us a coalition of community leaders have a plan of their own.
From Block Love Charlotte to Roof Above, the Public Service Workers Union, more than a dozen local nonprofits and advocacy groups want a hand in helping determine the city's budget. The final vote is expected in a few weeks, but time is winding down to see just whose requests make it in.
You know, it's a trade-off.
Robert Dawkins is one of the community leaders spearheading the people's budget.
There's already line items for most of the things in the budget we're lobbying for who gets included. So our idea was to bring together most of the advocacy groups, large and small, to work on one particular budget ask.
That ask includes increasing the Housing Trust Fund to $100 million. It's to pay for emergency shelters and fund nonprofits helping the homeless. Another $34,000 for the Save Our Children movement would fund after-school and mentorship programs that are focused on our youth. Plus some money to raise the minimum wage for City of Charlotte workers to about $25 an hour. The requests seem to be in line with what elected officials already identified as top priorities.
In this community, that people want our city to be safe. We also want our city to be vibrant and able for people to move around for work.
That was Charlotte Mayor Vi Lyles back in January. That was when city leaders gathered to discuss priorities in the year ahead. But moving back further to 2021, that's when a research group recommended piloting a team of non-specialized civilian responders and recommended involving local stakeholders as the city develops and implements potential programs. It's part of the reason WCNC Charlotte continues to cover proven programs like Alternatives to Violence and its place in the city's budget.
We have 3 to 4 caseworkers on the ground, pays for salaries, pays for program overhead, etc., but mostly salaries.
Councilmember Malcolm Graham represents District 2. He says he'll work to make sure funding continues for crime prevention, specifically the Alternatives to Violence program in the Beatties Ford corridor. Its money will be sure to follow when the final spending plans come out. As for the rest of the budget, though, in certain aspects, the spending plan has to grow. That's just to keep up with Charlotte's growth. But all city leaders are considering at least one factor.
It's a return on investment. And I think that what we're asking for gives the city the return on the investment that they're looking for.
I'm Kia Murray, WCNC Charlotte.